the Joker. One of the greatest villains that not only exists in the world of comic books, but also in the world of cinema, as he's been adapted into a large number of films and shows. From his unsettling smile and laugh to his constant craving of destruction, the Joker has become an icon in all forms of entertainment, from the past to the present, and even definitely for generations to come. But very few people on this YouTube platform have ever talked about what inspired the character to be in the first place, his origins, and what created the character in the first place. I think that needs to change. So ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you to the 1928 film in the silent era known as The Man Who Laughs. Yeah, you see that smile? Starting to see the resemblance now? Pretty hard not to notice. So when it came to making the Joker, Bob Kane and Bill Finger's key inspiration was trying to look for some form of a sinister look. And German actor Conrad Veidt's performance in the film The Man Who Laughs was the perfect key inspiration to making the Joker. Because in that film, and even in the book that inspired the film, he was basically a laughing clown who just kept smiling the whole time. I'll go in more into detail as to why he does that. So while these two characters have an uncontrollable way of smiling, their actions and point of views are vastly different from each other. So in order to prove my point in terms of that, we're going to compare the similarities and differences between the Joker and Gwynplaine, the Man Who Laughs. Now before I actually go into their differences and similarities, it's best that I describe these characters individually. So first let's talk about Gwynplaine. Gwynplaine is basically a man who suffered a disfiguration as punishment for making fun of King Henry II as a child. And after watching his father be executed for making a fool of him, he was forced to smile and laugh for the rest of his life. After being raised on a travel circus attraction, he becomes said attraction, where he becomes the clown who laughs and pretty much the center of the attention for everyone to see. It allows him to be himself and to show the rest of the world the best of his qualities. And it makes everyone happy around him. The Joker, however, is kind of a man who has the cruelness to the world pretty much against him and pretty much be down on his luck almost constantly. And the way he responds to it is complete and utter chaotic mindset to pretty much think the world is against him. And that sort of mindset constantly goes throughout his entire life, and it never gets any better for him. So based on those character descriptions alone, you can tell that basically Gwynplaine is supposed to be the good guy and the Joker is supposed to be the bad guy, despite their sinister looking smiles. But ironically, if you compare Gwynplaine's punishment to what the Joker and the Dark Knight went through, they're both pretty similar. Gwynplaine's punishment was to get surgically disfigured because he laughed at the King Henry II, making the fool of his father. And while that punishes his father to execution, it punishes Gwynplaine to force him to smile forever. I guarantee you that's where Heath Ledger got the inspiration when he said, "You want to know where I got these scars? My father, he was a butcher." Like, if you remember that monologue. Pretty scary monologue. I wouldn't doubt that it actually came from that film, The Man Who Laughs. And the cruelness that happens to both of these characters is very unfair. For the Joker, it's pretty much the world is against him and he's not really sure what to do. Nothing good ever happens for him and it just brings him down to like his worst. Whereas Gwynplaine, he gets separated from his family and his family is forced out of the country. He was forced to be in that society even though he wanted nothing to do with it. He just wanted to be with his family again and to live a peaceful life with them, even if it meant that he couldn't be in the same country. Basically, Gwynplaine, instead of trying to destroy everything around him, he wanted to surround himself with the people that care about him and for who he is, and not just be an attraction for people just to entertain, or to be forced into marriage. That was also an obstacle in the movie. The punishments they both share is what helps build their character. One wants to see the world to be destroyed, and one just wants to be in a world where they can be accepted for who they are. Anyway, this is just a small little video I wanted to share with you since the new Joker film's coming out. Figured this was kind of something that I don't think has been shared very often on this platform. Doesn't hurt to know a little more movie trivia every now and then. So after you indulge yourself in the new Joker film this weekend, make sure you check out this film, The Man Who Laughs, if you have time. If you search it up on YouTube, it's free. You can't miss it.